That's my package. You go. Go ahead.
You have full bars though.
I know.
Okay, so we're recording now, and we were going to go around and do introductions, but it's just me and Kelly here. So we're not going to go around and do introductions, but I'm going to show you what I was going to do for the introduction. Now, you guys might have seen this before, but this is a muddle and match character name. So I'm going to post this in our meeting page after the meeting. I like to do this in Facebook parties. Sometimes I do it for the welcome post. Sometimes I do it as like a way to get drawings beforehand. And you can do it in like the Facebook part of a home party too, which I'm going to talk about later. I always like to have a Facebook event for home parties too, so that you can talk to people before the party. But the way it works is it has all this stuff on this side, and whatever the first letter of your first name is, that's the first name of the muddle and match name. And then whatever color shirt you're wearing is your last name of your muddle and match name. So my muddle and match character name would be Giggly Alligator today. So this always gets a really good response when I post it, okay? I didn't make that. Some other people made it. I don't know who. So I'll post that in the event page when I get home tonight. All right. Kelly, would you like to share any good news? We have it, Hillary!
We're so excited Hillary's here. Hold on.
You have no idea what it took to get here today.
But now you're here.
Yeah, but I'm going to run back out there because I need some sort of, I need glucose to be enhanced in my body because I'm about to die.
All right.
Okay. I don't know why.
I heard it.
Okay. So, I would like to let you know that our leader here tonight, Marissa, has earned her Apple iWatch.
Oh, yay!
Watch. I would like to let you know that Miss Kelly Harrison Haas has also earned an Apple Watch. I was expecting her to share her news, not my news, for the record.
We are so excited about that watch because that is not something that we would have bought.
No, I would never have bought that. All right. Keisha, do you have anything going on? Any good news you want to share?
No good news. I know our training team is doing training for like through our Facebook team page, just to try to get people ready for this month. And we have a lot of new people, so we're trying to help them learn along the way versus them doing it on their own and doing some reading on their own. So that's kind of new as far as what we're doing, but nothing personally new. I didn't win an Apple Watch.
Hey, are you going to convention?
No, my due date is too close. I'm due at the end of July, so traveling is still too.
Yeah. That's okay. You'll be going in January with us.
I hope so. You guys both going?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I will never miss an ALR. So I was registered for ALR, not this past year, but the year before, and I had to miss it because I was super sick. And so I finally actually got to go this past January. It was my first one, and I will never miss one. It's so awesome. Like, you have to go. It is worth the investment.
She did go. But
you were there? I remember seeing you at the other thing in Cincinnati.
Where you guys are paused.
Even seeing you at ALR.
Didn't you go to ALR?
You're frozen. We lost her. Are we frozen too? You want some pizza?
I'll steal some of that from my food here, sure.
Hey, what's your muddle and match name? Have you done this before?
First letter of your first name and the first. Here we are. You're an M. You're turquoise.
I didn't see that there was a turquoise. I've never been in before.
Or you could be a pirate because you have 2 shirts on.
You could choose
Oh, I got you guys back.
pirate.
Yeah, did you go,
Long time.
did you go to ALR in January?
Me?
Yeah.
No. You guys froze for a minute, so I missed whatever conversation we had going.
Yeah, that's what we were asking you. We need to plan for that next year. You need to go with us to ALR.
I would like to.
I have been real sick. I had 2 strokes in the past month.
Not even.
Yeah. So the fact that I'm here, I'm all excited. The fact that I'm going to convention, I'm even more excited. So it's nice that this business, that you're able to do that. That's the great part.
I think Keisha's frozen again.
Are you frozen again? Do you see what I mean?
Is it us or is it her?
I don't know.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
How do I see Nancy?
Yeah.
I don't see her.
I see you, Keisha.
What do I need to do? Participant?
Okay. All right. News from HO. Let's see. I printed stuff out this time because I am that good.
What did I do?
I don't know. What did you do?
All right, there we go.
Kelly's breaking stuff. Okay. I couldn't find the June host specials. Are the June host specials out? They should be out by now, but I couldn't
May
find them.
should be out.
But it's May now, so usually June comes out like the next month comes out the first of.
Oh, I didn't see those.
They're not. I couldn't find them in back office. Usually the next month comes out the first of this month. So it would have been in back office and I couldn't find it. So I printed out May for you guys. Have you guys seen the May host specials yet? They're freaking awesome and you need to get on this. $400 home parties earn an extra $75 in free books. These are nearly our best host incentives that we offer. The only ones that are better are extra $100 in free books, and those don't usually start until $500 or $600 in sales. These start at $400 in sales. These are fantastic. It is not too late to book a party. It's not too late to book a home party for later in the month, and it is definitely not too late to book several Facebook parties this month, right? Right.
Right.
Book some freaking parties, because it's summer reading season. And these incentives will book you parties, okay? You guys saw that, I don't know if you did see this, actually. The new, here, you can look that. The new business kit flyer does not have a month specific. It's just spring 2016, so you don't have to keep printing them out every single month. Because since we went to these new kits, they've been the same every month. They haven't been offering kit specials that change every month. So I've been annoyed that I've had to be printing them out because they have the month on the top even though they're not changing. So they just say spring 2016. And you guys know what the info packs are, the recruiting packs, and the toolkit, just on the home page of the toolkit, usually like 5th down or like between 5th and 10th down from the top. There's something called a recruiting pack, and it's like 7 pages or so that has all of our, like the commission structure and all the different ways to work the business and all sorts of things like that, plus this. And it's great. I print out 10 of those before every single booth that I do and take them to a booth and I actually will put them in a little marketing thing and just have them on next to my checkout, but I also just hand them to everyone who asks about the business at all. And say, hey, no pressure at all, but if you're interested, here's some more information. And download it. And when you're doing Facebook parties, make sure that you have a recruiting spiel in your Facebook party. And anyone that asks about I actually do it as a game. And I made a little recruiting video that's about 2 minutes long that I post. And anyone that they can ask any questions. Okay, so I put like, you can ask me any questions you want about my business. You can't ask me my age or my weight, but you can ask me anything you want about my business. And for every question that you ask, you get another entry into the drawing. And so they ask questions on there. And if someone is asking several questions, I will message them this info pack. It says recruiting pack, and I changed the name to info pack. Okay. So in back office, it's now just called Spring 2016. It's not month specific. So you don't have to download it every single month. You can just keep it for the quarter. What other news from home office? Did you guys see that EC kits and registrations and school
Are being processed.
Yeah, exactly. School listings are frozen right now. And that's actually a good thing because they are so flipping backed up and it was causing so many problems. So it's a good thing.
Well, if they need remote help, I can log in and add anything for everybody. I'm good. I'm good with data entry.
Okay. That's my news from home office spiel. Does anybody have any questions before we get to home party?
Where are we?
Is the call-in person my friend Crystal?
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know if she's muted. The call-in person, I was wondering if it was Crystal. She said she was going to call in. I don't know if you guys see that on your screen.
Yeah,
I'm
on there.
Okay.
I don't know that person. Never. I'm here, Crystal.
Oh, that is Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Hi. I had it muted.
Oh, glad you made it.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's move on to home parties then. Who does home parties regularly?
I see.
Never done.
I have never done a home party.
Who has never done a home party? Voila. Okay. Why have you never done a home party? Do you not
Because
want a home party, or have you not booked a home party?
For the longest time, I didn't want to do them. I had absolutely no desire to do anything with home party.
Okay. What about you, Keisha?
because I don't have anyone to keep my little one.
So do you do Facebook parties then?
Yes.
Okay. Does your husband work nights?
He works late.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about weekends?
Usually he works weekends. Sometimes he's off, but it varies. It depends
Do
on
you
how
know
big.
the schedule ahead of time?
Sometimes. Yep. I can try to plan ahead. I've only had one person that has kind of wanted to do a home party, but now I think about carrying all those books might not be a good idea right now.
Okay. All right. So
I'm willing to learn though.
here's why I do home parties and Facebook parties. And I'll be honest with you, I have been doing a greater proportion of Facebook parties than home parties lately. During the holiday season, I was doing like 4 to 8 home parties a month and just a couple of Facebook parties. And since January, I've been doing probably 8 to 10 Facebook parties a month and like maybe 1 to 3 home parties a month. And I've liked that balance lately because our schedule has been more unpredictable lately, and it's, I can do a Facebook party from home and it's convenient and whatever. And that's the awesome thing about our business, is we can make it work for us, right? So I'm not here to preach at you. If your business is working for you, then great. Okay.
Mine has not been working at all. Like, I have not been doing anything with it, mostly because I was very comfortable doing book fairs at like daycares and preschools. However, my son went from being comfortable being in a carrier and I could, do whatever I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's incredibly mobile, incredibly active, wants to get into everything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't talk to people. My last 3 or 4 book fairs that I had were just flops because I could not invest in my customer. So I I was like, I'm just not gonna do this. I'm not gonna shortchange my clients. I'm not going to shortchange myself. And so I kind of just stopped. And then we're having the situation with the shipping, and I'm not sure exactly how to, which is getting better. It's
getting way
better. So I'm not having quite so much anxiety about potentially having parties and then going, oh, hey, it's going to be a month till you get your books. I feel like I can say, okay, it's going to be about 3 weeks. We're still working out some things.
Well, you just tell them that up front. Right. And they're okay with it.
Mike,
So I feel like I can tackle that.
I'm sorry, Keisha, I didn't hear you.
oh, you guys froze up, so I don't know what you were saying.
It was talk about book fairs and stuff versus home parties. Okay, so here's the thing. Here is what I have found in my business, the difference between Facebook parties and home parties. Facebook parties take less of a time investment, but they are way more of a crapshoot than a home party is. When I go into a home party, I know that I am going to walk out of there with at least $300 in sales. If I go into a home party that has 3 guests, I still walk out of it with $300 in sales. That's just the way a home party is. If I do a Facebook party, I might walk out of it or, leave the evening with 0 sales. Literally 0 sales. How many of you have had a Facebook party with 0 sales?
Yep.
I have never, ever in my life had a home party with 0 sales.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
So you could have the best stacked schedule with Facebook parties and end up with half the sales that you think you're going to end up with. And if you're shooting for a goal, that is a kick in the pants. It sucks. Okay? Now, when you do a book fair or a booth, what is your commission? 17%. When you do a home party or a Facebook party, what is your commission? 25%. It's a huge difference. When you do a booth, what is your average time investment?
6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours. When you do a preschool book fair, what is your average time investment?
At least 8 to 10 hours.
I would say 8 hours for me. Yeah.
Mine is actually usually a little bit longer because I like to set it up on a Monday. And it takes me about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours to set it up. And then I usually will work it for 2 to 3 hours during pickup. So that, let's say, 3 hours for setup, plus 5 hours to work it, plus, so maybe like 10 hours time investment for a preschool book fair, right? So if you're making 17%, what are your average sales for a 10-hour preschool book fair?
My best preschool book fair was $440.
Okay.
500.
So my preschool book fairs usually average around 600. So let's take the average of that and say $400 divided by 10 hours. You're making $40 an hour, okay? Versus a home party that, even if I include travel, takes me 4 hours, okay? And that's if I'm traveling all the way across Columbus, right? Which most of my home parties lately have been in Westerville with me, like 15 minutes away from my house. And so the company average for a home party is 400. My home parties actually tend to be more in the $500 to $600 range, okay? So let's say $500 divided by 4, I'm making $125 an hour at a home party. So it is a way better time investment to do a home party than to do a preschool book fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you book them? If you have run out of leads with have you asked every single person that you know to host a home party?
No.
Okay.
Nancy?
No. Sorry.
Okay, so when I started, the people that helped me get started in my business, and I know none of us are just now getting started. I understand that. I'm not trying to talk down to you, okay? I get it. But when I got started, the people that helped me get started and the people that helped me in my first parties were not the people that I expected them to be. My sisters have never hosted a party for me, ever. In the nearly 3 years that I've been doing this, no one in my family has ever hosted a party for me.
My mother-in-law has purchased more from my best friend Rachel than she bought from me.
Nice. That is classy.
Damn book.
That is classy. My very best friend just hosted a Facebook party for me in February because I begged her to, because I was doing a booking challenge with one of my colleagues, one of my teammates.
Wow.
And I messaged her and I was like, look, I know you've never hosted a party before, but I really need you to do one right now because I'm doing a booking challenge and I have to win this booking challenge. And she was like, fine. And it was a Facebook party, it wasn't a home party. So the people that do your parties might not be the people that you expect. My people that helped me get started were people like college friends that I hadn't talked to in 10 years, that I was just Facebook friends with and hadn't seen or talked to in real life in 10 years.
Right.
High school friends that I hadn't seen or talked to in real life in longer than that. March mom, like my mom group friends that I had never met in real life. Those were the people that helped me get started. I didn't do a home party for the first 6 or 8 weeks that I was with the company, right? So the people that help you might need to think outside of the box. And this is a good lesson for when you're helping new people get started too, because new people expect their friends and close family and close friends to be those people that do their first parties. And for a lot of people, that's not who it's going to be. Okay? And that's not a personal slight. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to the party. And don't let it ruin relationships and friendships. Right? Okay. So if you have exhausted every single person you know, then you get leads from booths and things like that. I like to close the deal at a booth whenever possible, because when you get a lead from a booth and you don't close it there, you have to follow up with them. And you might spend 2 hours booking one party following up on leads from a booth. So one of the things that I do, I make sure that I have signage up everywhere at a booth that says, we have one that says, need a guilt-free mom's night out, let me help. That one is really great at getting people to ask what it means, what it is.
I'm really bad about signage.
Oh, use signage. I think we're frozen again.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. There we go. We're back. I have another one that says something along the lines of, love these books, get them free, ask me how. And then at checkout, you know how a lot of people will have some sort of booking board, and sometimes it has like an envelope that you pull out and you get something at your party, something extra or whatever. I used to do that, and I was really bad about keeping up with it, like reloading the envelopes and remembering what people got. I'm just not that, I'm way too orange for that. I can't keep up with it. So what I started doing instead is I just offer people an extra $20 free when they book at the event, when we close their party. And I have one of those acrylic marketing stands that you can get at Staples. And on it, like inside of it, I say, home party hosts are guaranteed at least $100 in free and discounted books. Not free books. Free and discounted books. Okay. And as long as their party hits $100, you do not lose money on, like you don't lose a ton of money. You more or less break even. If they have a $100 party and you use all of your discount codes, you more or less break even. Now that doesn't mean that you have to offer them those discounted code books free. You can say, okay, so I'm going to give you $35 at 35% of cost. Or you could say, I'm going to give you $35 at 50%, another $35 at 50% off. And you're actually making up some of your costs when you do it that way, because you're putting it in that 35% category.
Right.
So they're paying you 50%, and you're making up a little bit more, you know, to make up for what you're losing. Okay, there are no rules against doing that. You're not taking advantage of anyone by doing that. You're just holding to your word of making sure that they get at least $100 at free or discounted. Okay? So I have this thing, and it says home party hosts are guaranteed, and I put this at checkout, right by the bags, right by where they stand when we check out. It says home party hosts are guaranteed at least $100 of free and discounted books. We're frozen again.
Uh-oh.
We're back? We're back. Okay. So it says, you know, home party hosts are guaranteed at least $100 in free or discounted books. And then I have those little Post-it notes, or you can get the cute ones that are shaped like bow ties or mustaches or whatever. And I
stars right now.
there we go, stars, whatever. I like the ones that are sticky all over so the edges don't curl up.
I got you.
And I put my upcoming dates on them. Never put more than like 8 on a board, because then it looks too busy. And I put them on there. And when they book a party, they just peel it off, and I make sure that I have 50 packets with me. I have at least 3 at every single book, and they peel it off, or every single booth, and they peel it off and put it on their thing. Okay? And there are tons of trainings in back office about getting bookings. Like, I'm not going to actually spend any more time on this, because you can go to back office and listen to a bazillion and a half trainings with creative ideas for getting more bookings. Okay? All right. So then once you have the booking, hostess coaching is just as important as the party. It actually might be more important than the party, because if you don't have people at the party, you can't sell them books. And hostesses don't know how to get people to the party. You have to teach them how to do it, okay? So this is what I do. This is what's in my packet. So in every hostess packet, I get little folders that have, now some people do these in like gift bags and make them look all cute and put tissue paper in them and stuff like that. I don't do that crap because they don't pack well. I like to be able to stick them in my 31 tote and just take them with me everywhere. I hostess have it with me almost all the time. So I get folders, and I make sure I get the ones that have the business card thing there, because I want people to have my contact information as soon as they open up the packet, okay? I put 1 full catalog and 1 or 2 mini catalogs. The full catalog is for the hostess to make her wish list with, and to get really jazzed up about the book so that she wants to have 1 million people there. The mini catalogs are for her to carry around with her, or to leave with a friend, you know, for a day or whatever, because they're small and they're easy for her to put in her diaper bag or her purse or whatever, okay? Over on this side, I put a lot of things, but the most important thing is this form that I made up that, actually April Starkey made the bones of it, and then I edited this, and I'm gonna put it on our event page. So that you guys can see.
This is all stuff I need to know, and it's freezing. I'm doing a little thing we had with our event that I'm a virgin at doing this, and now I'm getting.
You know what? I've been doing home party
Now, okay, now you're frozen.
for 4.
Nancy, repeat that.
Here, we need to just we need to log on with us. You have full bars though. I don't know why you're frozen.
I don't either.
Nancy, can you say that again?
Oh, there we go.
We back?
Nancy.
Can you say that again, Nancy?
Oh,
Say
you
what again?
froze up again, and so I was like, "Oh, this is all information I need," and it keeps freezing. We were laughing and talking about that.
Apparently, my personal hotspot was already on. Here. We're gonna log in with personal hotspot so we have a better connection.
But that's my personal hotspot.
Oh, you're on your hotspot?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're already on a hotspot. Never mind. I don't know what's going on.
Well, Keisha, maybe you and I have bad connections.
Maybe.
Both of you. I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna put this on our event page, this file, okay? This is what I use to guide my first conversation with the hostess. I used to go to the hostess's house to have my first hostess coaching talk with her. And I used to do that because I used to do that for every single party. And I used to do it because every time I went to a hostess's house, she would go, do you think this room is okay? I don't know if I have enough room. Do I need to set up a table? Is this okay? And I would go, no, it's okay, honey. No problem at all. This is plenty fine. I can put books on the floor if I need to. And just that, like setting her mind at ease, was eliminating one roadblock from the party being canceled, you know? But I don't do that anymore because I do more parties than I used to, and it's way harder to schedule all those host coaching.
And apparently, some of us like to go to Orange Leaf at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday before the meeting. Just saying, if you haven't seen the pictures on Facebook, it wasn't me.
All right, so this is what I use to guide my talk with the hostess for the first time. So the very first thing is, my party goal is, and I say, like, her hostess incentive, her hostess chart is in here, and I say, look at the hostess chart that's in your packet and pick how many free books you want to have. Now, just so you know, the company average for home parties is $400, and as you can see, this month the company is offering an extra $75 at $400. But you know what? You are not average, are you? No, so we're not going to shoot for $400. We're going to shoot for $600, because then if you fall a little bit short of your goal, you're still going to make sure that you hit that $400 so that you pick up that extra $75 free, because we want to make sure that we don't lose that extra $75 free, right? That's a lot of books. And they're like, oh, okay. If they give me a look or they sound like they're like, how am I going to get $400? I go, now listen, $400 is not hard at all, and I'm gonna help you get there. It's actually, if you shoot for having 10 purchasing guests at your party and get 5 outside orders, you're gonna hit $600. You're gonna far exceed that $400. It's gonna be no problem for you at all. And if you want to have 10 purchasing guests at your party, what you actually want to do is shoot for 12 guesses, because the day of the party, there's always going to be 1 or 2 people that can't come because their kid gets sick or their car breaks down or whatever. But there's always 1 or 2 people who can't come the day of the party. So shoot for 12 guesses, and then you'll have 12 or 10 purchasing guests at your party. And then we talk about invitations and how to invite. And this is where we talk about, I tell her that if she has 10 or more people at her party, she'll get an extra $10 free when we close out her party. That's pretty good incentive for her. That's $1 per guest, right? And we talk about Frank. If you guys don't know Frank, it's friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and people you know through your kids. So it's a great way for them to quickly accrue. You know, you want to tell her like a quarter of the people that she invites will actually be able to come. So if she wants to have 12 people say yes, then she needs to invite like 50-ish people, okay? And then we talk about how making invitations personal is the most important step. And this is where I say something like, have you ever been invited to a Facebook party or a real live party, but you were invited through a Facebook invitation and all you got was the Facebook invitation and the hostess never called you or sent you a text or even sent you a Facebook message? And what happened? Did you go to that party? Did you even remember that that party was happening? Probably not. My sister, and this is a true story, and I use this almost every single time I do hostess coaching. My sister almost missed my daughter's 5th birthday party because I did a Facebook invitation, and she's hardly ever on Facebook, and she didn't see the invitation. Even though we were all talking on it, and I tagged her in the event, she just didn't see it, and she almost didn't come to my daughter's 5th birthday party.
And some people don't look at their notifications, like,
Right.
they just don't look at them at all.
Right. So we talk about making it personal. We talk about layering. We talk about how when you have a cake, layers are always good. So you never want to just use one invitation method. To pick 2 to 3 invitation methods. I love to have a Facebook event page for a home party because I want to be able to have personal contact with those guests before the party. And it's a great way for you to personally touch people that can't come to the party.
Mm-hmm. And it's already set up in case you want to switch it to a Facebook party.
Yes.
Like if the home party doesn't do as well as you want, you can auto it over.
Or if they want to add a Facebook party. Oh, we only have 10 minutes before this session ends. So I'm going to talk really quickly.
So you won't get to hear the secret. Hear me.
Maybe we'll just make another session right after this and post the link.
Yeah. Did you hear that, guys?
I have to leave at 7:30.
Okay. I don't know what time it is.
7:24.
Okay. And then I also create a save the date thing from RedStamp. If you guys know redstamp.com. They're frozen again.
I know.
I make a save the date from redstamp.com. I email it to myself. I save it to my phone and I text it to the hostess. So that
Back up just a tad. You guys froze up.
So I make a save the date image from redstamp.com. I email it to myself. I save it to my phone and I text it to the hostess so that
Okay.
she can send it out. I do that literally right after I get off the phone with her so that she can send it out right away before she does anything else. She sends it out to all of her people as her first touch. I feel so weird, so dirty saying that, but whatever.
As her first layer.
As her first layer, her first cake layer. If she collects 5 outside orders before the night of the party, she gets $5 in free books. This is all in here. Don't worry, Keisha. It's all in here. You're going to get this. If she makes her wish list before the night of the party and shows it to me the night of the party, she gets an extra $5 in free books. And
there just was the $25 in free books and discounted books for what, $8.50? Use that as a host incentive?
Yeah.
And that's where you're getting the
Mm-hmm.
25, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If we get 2 bookings from her party, she gets an extra $10 in free books too.
Okay.
And then all the rest of this is in here, but make sure that you have a recruiting spiel every single time you do hostess coaching too. So tell her, have you ever thought about doing this? If you join before your party, we'll be able to change this to your kickoff party. Instead of doing this as a party through me, we'll do it through you, and you get the sales and the commission, and instead of me, and I still do the party for you because I'm a team leader. You guys might not. You might want to talk to your team leaders about how to do this, but I still do the party for her as training because I do my kickoff parties for all my local new people anyway. Okay. All right. And then, so that's the hostess coaching that I do for the first talk. Now, after your first, and then the other things that are in here are like your guide to a successful home show you can get these in back office. And then I put the hostess specials in there, the customer specials thing. I made a QR code with a link to the customer specials page on my website and put a little sticker on there. And then the join the party is in there, the current kit specials. And I put 5 order forms in there. And then I put like a handful of invitations in there. And these are just for her to hand out to people that she doesn't have their, like that she doesn't,
that she sees, but she doesn't necessarily
like she sees it in a pickup or gymnastics lessons or swim lessons or whatever, but she doesn't have their cell phone numbers or whatever.
Right. So it's another layer of invitation. So maybe she has them as friends on Facebook, and then she messages them, and then when she sees them at the next meet or whatever, she gives them that.
All right. So then you have your first hostess coaching call with her like 3 to 4 weeks before the party. So then do you not talk to her again until the party?
No,
Mm-hmm.
I have to talk to her.
Yeah, you have to talk to her. So I like to check in at least 2 weeks before the party and make sure that she sent out invitations. And then I like to talk to her again 10 days before the party. And that one is crucial because if she is not getting RSVPs, you still have time to salvage the party 10 days before the party.
Okay,
Right?
10 days, all right.
And then, all right, so we said touch base with the hostess again 2 weeks before the party to make sure that she's actually invited people using multiple layers. And then 10 days before the party, because if she's not getting RSVPs, you still have time to salvage it. The 10-day one, that was very loud.
Yeah.
That was like a fire.
At the alarm.
The 10-day before the party one is essential because if you don't talk to her 10 days before the party and she's not getting any RSVPs, she has 2 people coming, and then you suddenly talk to her 3 days before the party and she still only has 2 people coming, she's going to cancel on you. So you need to make sure that you talk to her with enough time to help her get RSVPs before the party so that she doesn't cancel. All right, before you go, this is the Purse Scavenger Hunt party. This is my current favorite home party to do. And the way that you do this party, you make sure that you have a deck or 2 of cards with you, okay? And every time someone answers a question or participates, so it's a purse scavenger hunt, so you call out a letter, and the first person or the first couple of people to find something in their purse that starts with that letter gets a card from your deck of cards, okay? Or if they answer a question or they say something really witty or funny, I just give out, you just want to give out cards. You want to give out as many cards as you can.
They're participation cards.
Okay. But it's in lieu of drawing tickets, okay?
Okay.
So I'm not going to go over this because we're almost out of time. I'm going to put it on the event page. But at the end of the party, you're going to go through and you're going to say, okay, who has the most cards? Excellent, you get the prize. And I have a little thing with like some white clean cards in a book. Wait, you want to hear this? And then you go, look at your cards. What's your lowest card in your hand?
Okay.
And they'll say, I have a 2, I have a 3, I have an ace. Aces count as 1. And you go, when you book a party with me tonight, you can pick any item in the catalog for the value of your lowest card.
Oh, okay.
Ba-bam.
Nice.
I have not had a party with no bookings since I started doing this.
Okay. That's awesome. I have to get my head.
I know, you're fine, go.
Sorry.
See you later. All right. So this, I'm gonna, sorry, I'm still sick. I'm gonna put this on the event page. This is the Purse Scavenger Home Party. It's pretty darn self-explanatory. And if you guys have any questions about it, about how it works or what I do with it, let me know. But I actually don't, it's basically the 5 ways to save party, but with an interactive element that keeps people engaged and interested in it throughout the whole party, so that it's not just you talking the whole time. And it's so fun. This is my favorite party to do right now. All right. Do you guys have any questions?
I've got one. How do you do, you write everything out by hand on those little things that came in your kit when you do a home party, I think the receipt paper thing, or do you have like a link set up through e-commerce where people purchase that for your laptop? Like, what do you do?
Yeah. Yes, you take orders on order forms. And then when you do a home party, you put all in Order Pro.
Okay, per.
And then you have all of the orders shipped to you, and you sort them by customer order, and then take them to the hostess, and the hostess gets everything to the customers. But that's that's why you want to have stickers that have your contact information on them. This is actually part of my spiel that I do, is you sell the lifetime half price replacement guarantee. and you say, are you frozen? No, you're not frozen. Okay, good. And you say, in one of my spiels, like about the complete book of Farmyard Tales, I talk about how it lasts from the time the
Now you're frozen.
I talk about how it lasts from the time the kid is 18 months until they're like 6 or 7 years old. And I say, so when they start reading on their own and they pull the book out, there's a pretty good chance that it's going to be worn out and they're going to turn the page and one of the pages is going to fall out. So when that happens, and I pick up a book and I show them the back like this, all you have to do is flip the book over, and it's got one of my